Hi there, Aaron Dunn here from Smarter SMSF. In this video, I want to go through with you the ordering process for our new COVID-19 document that we've released inside Simple Fund 360 around the early release payment under compassionate grounds due to the coronavirus. Now, as you'll be well aware, there is a process that needs to occur where the individual has sought application from the Commissioner using their MyGov account for a determination to be made to release that superannuation payment. So what we are producing here is the documentation that follows that determination that should be put in place for your SMSF clients to enable that payment to occur. So you can see here, the first thing is that this is a document that we are making free for Simple Fund users. So you can simply click on the plus button here and it will provide you with that additional information about what gets generated in this process. So I'm going to click order now, and this will take us through to the order screen to start that process. It will allow you to choose a client from the drop menu, and then it will start to populate the information in respect to that client and enable you to fill out any of the other information that would ordinarily be required. If we choose our company as trustee here, it then brings in that information, the number of directors, the directors' names. If we need a corporate registered address, we would need to put that information in here as well. Again, you can use our navigation that will provide and look up the addresses for you. Otherwise, you can do that manual override there as well. Choose our trustee address, whichever one we may actually be using here. Then we have our, again, our director information that enables us to fill in. And then we need to go through and choose, obviously, the chairman, the date of the appropriate meeting, and then it will take us through to the relevant information that enables us to make that payment as a lump sum under the compassionate ground due to the coronavirus. So who is the member that is receiving the benefit, the address of the member in that instance, the financial year in which this payment is to be made, so the 1920 year, or if it's done after the 1st of July, does it relate to a determination made in the 2020-2021 year, the date of the lump sum that's to be paid, and the lump sum amount, which of course we will be restricting in here to an amount of $10,000, which of course is the maximum that can be paid in any 1 year. The other thing to note is that you should be looking for the ability for the fund's deed to enable this sort of payment to be made under compassionate grounds. So the Smarter SMSF deed, if you use that deed, you can very simply refer here to Rule 25.1F to allow for that payment to be made where it has been, of course, authorized by the regulator to make that payment. So in this instance, I'll put 21.5F there. It is a rule. And then the final page here will allow you to obviously review that order information and then ultimately submit the payment. So in this instance, you can see all the detail there, and then also the opportunity to just simply order now. So that will take only a minute or so to automatically generate. You will get an email that will confirm the details of that payment. So what I will do is pause this video just for the moment, and I will come back in just a minute or so and go through that completed order. And as you can see there, you'll have a processing item there, and the email will trigger the fact that that has been delivered, and you can go in here and either use the email or simply refresh to get that processing to become an actionable download for you. Okay, we've now got our document that has been generated. So we've received the email. We can click on that link, or again, simply by refreshing your screen here and then going to the action, you'll be able to download that document here as well. So what is generated here is 3 key areas. So the first is obviously the member request, and that member request simply notates the fact that the individual has applied to the ATO to enable the Commissioner to make a determination for that early release payment to be made. The determination's been made, and then therefore we are now applying to the trustee to enable that payment to obviously be paid to that individual. So information is obviously exchanging hands there. There's receipt then in the trustee resolution about that. There's the ability to make that payment under the fund's governing rules, and obviously there's some procedural issues that need to be looked at and applied there, which we cover off in those resolutions. we notate here that the payment is a tax-free lump sum payment, and then the resolutions that need to occur inside this fund, which not only includes, I think importantly, the lump sum payment, but also the fact that the trustee should be continuing to review the fund's investment strategy based upon any ongoing liquidity requirements and the ability to discharge both its existing and prospective liabilities. And this is going to be even more important if in some instances you will find that there's a second application that's going to be made in respect to that member once we get to the next financial year as well. And of course, it's finalized by a notification to that individual for that lump sum payment that is being made under the compassionate grant due to coronavirus. So that is it. That is the documentation and the process to order through Simple Fund 360. If you do have any questions, please feel free to get in contact with support at BGL or through to us at team@smartersmsf.com. And we look forward to you taking advantage of this complimentary document that we've made available to you within Simple Fund 360. Bye for now.